The backyard looked like something from a magazine. Balloon arches in navy and gold framed the patio where 36 guests mingled around elegant cocktail tables. My grandson Tyler was turning 5, and my daughter-in-law Sophia had spared no expense showing everyone how successful she and my son James had become. At 75, with arthritis and lingering stroke effects, I moved slowly through the crowd. But seeing Tyler's joy made every careful step worth it. Grandma rose. Tyler ran over, chocolate-smeared and glowing. "Did you see the bounce house? And the real waiters?" "It's wonderful, sweetheart." I smoothed his hair, noting the hired staff moving efficiently with silver trays. "Are you having the best birthday?" "The absolute best. Mom says this party cost more than some people's cars." I smiled, though the comment stung. Sophia turned everything into a status symbol. "Mrs. Patterson." A young server appeared beside me. "I'm Sarah from Prestige Events. Can I get you anything?" "Thank you, dear. Maybe some water." My phone buzzed with a text from my business manager. "Quarterly profits up 15%. Prestige Events contract renewal due next month." I quickly deleted the message. None of them knew I owned Prestige Events, along with 12 other service companies. To them, I was just James's widowed mother, living modestly on my husband's pension. "Attention everyone." Sophia's voice carried across the yard. She stood on the deck in a designer dress, champagne flute raised. "Thank you for celebrating Tyler with us. This party represents everything we've worked so hard to achieve." Applause rippled through the crowd. James beamed beside his wife, though he avoided looking at me. These days, he seemed uncomfortable acknowledging me in front of Sophia's social circle. "Dinner is served," Sophia announced, gesturing toward the buffet where staff had arranged an impressive spread. I waited until the rush subsided before approaching the food. Sarah was arranging fresh serving spoons. "Everything looks delicious," I told her. "Thank you." Mrs. Patterson insisted on the premium menu. Triple our standard cost, but she said image was important. I watched guests eating from fine china plates, crystal glasses catching sunlight. The presentation was flawless. "Excuse me," Sophia's voice cut through the chatter. She appeared beside me, holding a disposable paper plate. "I think this would be more appropriate for you." I looked at the flimsy plate, then at the china everyone else used. "I'm sorry. The china is part of the rental package. I'd hate for you to accidentally break something." Her smile was sweet but cold. "This is more befitting your status, don't you think?" Several guests turned to look. I felt my cheeks flush as Sophia made a public display of relegating me to disposable dinnerware. "Sophia, I'm perfectly capable of handling a regular plate." "Oh, I'm sure. But accidents happen, especially." She gestured at my trembling hands. "I think it's better to be safe. Plus, paper plates are more practical for people not used to formal dining." Conversations went quiet. People stayed, some uncomfortable, others entertained by the drama. "Mom," James appeared, face flushed. "Maybe we should." "It's fine, sweetheart," Sophia patted his arm. "I'm just being considerate of your mother's limitations." I took the paper plate without another word, face burning with humiliation. The other guests resumed talking, but I felt their eyes following me through the buffet line. The contrast was stark, everyone dining elegantly from china while I ate from something you'd use at a child's picnic. The message was clear: I didn't belong with the successful adults. I found a quiet corner and ate in silence, watching Tyler play. The food was excellent. I recognized the quality that made Prestige Events the most sought-after caterer in the city. "Mrs. Patterson." Sarah appeared with a concerned expression. "Is everything all right? I noticed you using a paper plate." "It's what Mrs. Sophia preferred," I said quietly. Sarah's face darkened. "That's not right. Everyone should get the same service. Sometimes family dynamics are complicated." But it wasn't all right. As I sat with my paper plate, watching Sophia hold court, something cold and resolute settled in my chest. I excused myself and walked to my car, pulling out my phone. "Margaret? It's Rose Patterson. I need you to pull up the Prestige Events account for the Patterson party." Margaret Wilson had been my business manager for 8 years, handling day-to-day operations while I remained a silent owner. Of course. Is there a problem? I need you to review the contract terms, payment schedule and cancellation clauses. Final payment is due tomorrow morning. Mrs. Sophia Patterson arranged automatic billing. Margaret, I want you to decline the payment when it processes. Decline it? But why? Then send an invoice for the full amount, catering, staff, equipment, everything, due immediately. That's nearly $15,000. If payment is declined and we demand immediate settlement, they'll have to pay cash or go to collections. Yes, I understand. What prompted this? I thought about the paper plate, the smirks from Sophia's friends, my son standing silently while his wife humiliated me. I've decided to exercise my rights as a business owner. The next morning, my phone rang at 7:23 a.m. Mom. James's voice was panicked. We have a problem. The catering company says our payment was declined and they want $15,000 immediately. I poured coffee, settling into my kitchen chair. That sounds concerning. Sophia's on the phone with them now, but they're threatening collections if we don't pay today. Have you explained there must be a mistake? Of course. But they say the payment authorization was revoked by the account owner. Through the phone, I heard Sophia's voice growing shriller. James, how did you choose Prestige Events? Sophia found them. She said they were the best, that image was important. We figured it was worth showing everyone how well we're doing. And making that impression was important. Well, yeah. Sophia's friends expect certain standards. My firm partners were there, clients, everyone who matters. I sipped my coffee, thinking about Tyler's joyful face, how little he'd cared about china plates. James, what if I told you there was a way to resolve this? You know someone at the catering company. You could say that. But first, did you know what Sophia did yesterday? Silence. Then quietly, the paper plate thing. Your wife publicly humiliated me at your son's birthday party, suggesting I wasn't worthy of the same treatment as other guests. Mom, she was just being practical. James, stop. We both know this wasn't about practicality. This was about putting me in my place. Did you say anything to her afterward? Things were complicated. The party was important to her. More important than treating your mother with dignity. Sophia's voice got louder in the background. James, I'm going to help with this billing issue. But I want you to understand something first. What? I own Prestige Events. Complete silence. What did you say? I own Prestige Events, along with 11 other service companies. I've been building a business portfolio for 8 years. That's impossible. You live in that small apartment. Because I choose to live modestly. Company profits go into investments and charity. But if you own the catering company, then yesterday's party was paid for by the woman your wife deemed unworthy of a china plate. I heard him sink into a chair. Every elegant detail Sophia used to impress her friends came from a company owned by the woman she publicly humiliated. Oh my God. The servers who treated everyone with respect? They work for me. Sarah, who was concerned about my paper plate. She's been with my company 3 years. Sophia's voice grew louder. James. They want to speak with us personally. That would be me, I said calmly. Would you like me to resolve this? Yes, please. But Mom. First, understand what happened yesterday. The party cost $14,800. Sophia requested our most expensive package to impress people. My business line rang. James, I'm taking Sophia's call now. Listen carefully. I clicked over. Prestige Events, this is Rose Patterson speaking. Finally. This is Sophia Patterson about a completely unacceptable billing error. Mrs. Patterson, there's no error. The payment was declined on my authorization. That's impossible. Actually, I can. I own the company. The contract includes a clause about discriminatory behavior towards staff or ownership. Discriminatory behavior. Yesterday, you served me food on a paper plate while every other guest received china, stating it was befitting my status. Wait, you're James's mother. I'm also the owner of the company that provided your elegant party. I heard her breathing heavily. The irony is that every impressive detail you used to establish your social status came from a business owned by the woman you deemed unworthy of proper dinnerware. You can't do this. The full amount is due today, or the account goes to collections. I clicked back to James. Did you hear that? Every word. His voice was barely a whisper. I'm so sorry. I should have stopped her. Yes, you should have. What can you do to fix this? We don't have $15,000. Then perhaps you shouldn't have spent it impressing people who don't care about you. Can we work something out? I thought about Tyler's innocent joy, completely unaware of adult drama. I'll forgive the debt on one condition. You and Sophia come to my apartment tonight. Sit at my kitchen table, eat off my everyday plates, and have an honest conversation about how our family treats each other. We'll be there. And James? Bring Tyler. I want him to see his grandmother being treated with respect. That evening, they sat around my small kitchen table eating homemade lasagna from simple ceramic plates. Sophia barely spoke, embarrassed every time we made eye contact. Tyler chatted about his party. Grandma Rose, the food was so good. And the waiters were so nice. Yes, I agreed, looking at Sophia. It's important to treat service workers with respect. Sophia finally spoke. Mrs. Patterson, I owe you an apology. What I did was wrong. The apology isn't just to me. It's to your son, who watched his mother humiliate his grandmother. It's to your husband, who had to choose between his wife and mother. And to yourself, because you revealed something ugly about your character. I was trying so hard to impress everyone, to prove we belonged. Sophia, people who require you to diminish others aren't worth impressing. James took my hand. Mom, I should have protected you. We can't change yesterday. We can only decide how to move forward. Tyler looked around at the serious faces. Are you done being mad? Because I like eating at your house, Grandma Rose. Your plates are pretty too. I smiled, squeezing James's hand. Yes, sweetheart. We're done being mad. Later, I called Margaret. The Patterson debt has been forgiven. But implement a new policy. Any client who treats our staff or ownership with discrimination gets terminated and billed in full. Understood. Anything else? I want to endow a scholarship fund for hospitality workers. People who understand that true class comes from how you treat others, not the plates you eat from. I thought about Tyler's joy, Sarah's concern, the lesson I hoped my family had learned. $800,000 to start. And Margaret? Make sure recipients understand that dignity isn't determined by your dinnerware.